Hey, happy Tuesday. Welcome to our first live of the year. So, today we're going to be talking about a fresh financial start, and let's talk about how we let ourselves be held back by requiring it to be perfect. So, stay tuned. Hey, welcome to Talk Tuesday. So, we are live, our first Tuesday of 2026. Hope everyone had a wonderful holiday and took some time to rest. I'm actually still resting a little bit. I am still off and I return to work in a couple of days. So for the new year, just to let you know what's going on for the new year, my lives will share in different places. So we're always every single week live here on YouTube. Then I created a separate schedule to let us share to other places so other people can kind of see what we're doing and invite them over to YouTube. So we have the first Tuesday of the month, I'm live on my personal page. The second Tuesday, I am sharing it to my LinkedIn page. The third Tuesday, I am sharing it to my business Facebook page. And then the fourth live is going to my Instagram page. So that's what I have going on. So, yes. And then I try to put it on my Facebook page right now. Hey, thank you for tuning in. I tried to put it on my personal Facebook page. Hey, so I can see it over there on my Facebook page. I'll have my phone like right next to me so I can kind of see what's going on. But it's showing in private, so nobody can see it because it says just me. So I don't know what's happening with that. Maybe after the live they'll let me clear it up, but we're working through things. So just to let you know what we have going on, each live will be right here on YouTube. Yes, expanding. Yes. That's the plan. So hope everyone had a wonderful break, a wonderful holiday, the time off with our family, our friends, or just relaxing, whatever it is you wanted to do. So today we're going to be talking about a fresh start with our finances and just going over it doesn't require perfection. So that's what we're going to be talking about. So what exactly is a fresh start? So that's your decision to I'm going to get serious about my money. I'm not going to be avoiding it if that's what I've been doing. I'm not going to, you know, say I'm going to start next week. I'm going to start next month. I'm just going to do it, and look at it. 'Cause sometimes we're fearful of that. Oh, I know when I look at it, it's going to be terrible. Nope. So getting that fresh start and that's what we're going to be doing. So that's what we're talking about. So I'm hoping we're doing that. It doesn't have to be on the first. It doesn't have to be on the new year. You can have a fresh start in February. You can have a fresh start in March, May, whenever. We're just talking about it because I picked this topic because it's the beginning of the year. But you can start it whenever. So why do we need our fresh start? So we need our fresh start because we carry our old habits. We're wanting something different. We're wanting something new with our finances, but we are still doing the same thing. So a fresh start is me starting over with doing something different. So if I know what I was doing, it was not giving me progress, it's not allowing me to see what I want for my finances. I need a fresh start because this is not working for me. So sometimes we'll keep doing the same thing over and over again. Like maybe I'm not doing it right. It's getting ready to getting ready to work, or no, chances are probably what we're doing isn't the best thing for our finances. So that fresh start is what we need, and we need to do something a little bit different. So break your cycle, and if you are someone who's unfortunately paycheck to paycheck, you can help yourself get out of that. If you're someone who's like, I'm not looking at my bank account because every time I look at it, I see something, or it's in the negative, or some fees we can't be avoiding our numbers, or if my savings account has $2 in it, I don't even want to look at it. Nope. We got to check it out. We got to see what's going on so we can make our plan for our fresh start and, do it the right way, do how we want to do it. So we want to stop starting and stopping and starting and stopping. We want to, do what's best for our finances. So I want to go over a couple of things that we might be doing that's holding us back from our fresh financial start. So just a couple. So today's live, as you can see, it's not going to be long as I'm getting ready to go over this list, and then we'll be finished. But but that's how our lives always are anyway. I don't hold you long. I want to come in, give you the tips, give you the gems, and let you go on about your day. It doesn't take a long time for us to get some information that we can, work with. I keep looking over at this other screen or other my phone that's showing me the live that's playing privately. That stinks. But hopefully I can get it together for next month when I go back to the personal page for that live. But yeah, so let's talk about it. So one thing that could be holding us back from our fresh start, we could be saying, I want to wait for the right time. Or, last month you could have been telling yourself, I'm going to wait till January 1st. But meanwhile, you're going out overspending on all the holiday stuff because what? I'm not starting fresh until January 1st. So I can go ahead and use all this credit card up. I can use this one up and I'll just, start fresh paying this stuff off or having myself together January 1st. A lot of times when we do things like that, when we're telling ourselves, we're waiting for the right time, we are messing ourselves up because we're holding ourselves back from getting started. And a lot of times the things that we do right at the end when we're about to get started sets us back even further. So just think about the holidays, for instance. If you're someone who kept saying, I'm going to have a fresh start in January, and then for your holiday shopping, you kind of went crazy. All of that extra shopping you did, or all the extra credit cards you used, or all of the money you pulled from your savings to do your holiday shopping, whatever you might have done, that sets you back even further than you were before December. So that's something that to be mindful of that happens, which will set us back. So number 2 that I have on here, that thinking we need to have more money first. So we might say, I don't have a lot of free money from my pay. When I get paid, I pay all my bills and I might have $100 left. So, I have to get more money before I can get started, or I can, might start my fresh starts. But what you have to think about is that $100 could be very helpful. That $100 could be what can dig you right out of it to get you into where you need to be if you use it the right way. So don't wait for more money. More money could be coming, but you could use that $100 to make more money available for yourself, because you could be putting that $100 onto one of your debts. Say you're paying something off, that extra $100 every month could pay it off quicker, which would then free up more money because then that debt will be paid off. Or if maybe you don't have debt, maybe you're working on building your savings. That $100 could go right into that savings, or it could be in your emergency fund, or, whatever it is you're working on with your finances. It just depends. But just think about it as you don't need more money. You just need to be mastering the money that you have to do what, could be beneficial for your money. And number 3, I have comparing ourselves to others. A lot of times when we're working on our finances, we'll say like, well, she's doing better with her finances because she makes double what I make. Well, guess what? What you have to keep in mind too, people who make more money have more expenses 9 times out of 10. So if you're paying, let's say, $300 for a car note, that person might be paying $600 for a car note. That person might be paying $1,000 for a car note. So just because someone makes more money than you doesn't mean that they have it easier than you, or they're able to do more or do better, because if they're making double, their expenses could be double, and they could be in the exact same place that you are with your finances. So both could be in the same place of tightness with your money, living paycheck to paycheck. They just have more money. Because most times when we make more money, what do? Spend more money. So, I have my car notes only $300, and I just got a raise, and now I'm bringing home $500 more. If you're someone who's like, oh, that extra money, I can go trade my car in. I'm going to go get a new car, and then now you've now rolled your money that you owed from your original car plus the amount of your new car, whatever they might give you credit for, as far as what the value of your car might have been, but you still owe that debt, right? So then now your payment could be higher. Your payment could go up a couple hundred and then put you in a tighter position where you were. So instead of using that money wisely and holding on to that same car note you had, You've expanded and made it harder for yourself because you've increased your expenses. A lot of times we'll do that. We get more money. Oh, I can do more because I have more money. And that's what we do. So we have to be careful with that. A lot of times we'll do that and it will mess us up and make things harder for us. So that's something that could be holding us back from our fresh start. Comparing ourselves to others. So let's see. I just have 5 things altogether. So this is number 4. I have on here fear of what our numbers will show. So you could be someone who you're holding yourself back because you're not getting started because you're not looking at your numbers. You might not be wanting to look at your bank account, like I said a little bit ago, because you don't want to see how much money is in there, or you don't want to see how much you're spending in one area. But you need to look at it because guess what? You could find something that could be beneficial to you and help you out with your finances. There are times where I will look at my bank statement or one of my clients look at their bank statement and see something that was, wrong. I was double charged for something. Oh, I get that money back. That's extra money. You're not aware of it. You don't know, so you're losing that money. You're not looking, so you can't see it. So whoever double charged you, they keep the money because you didn't want to look. So don't be fearful of looking at your numbers. Take a peek at it. It could be as simple as going to the grocery store. This is a big one because sometimes when someone's ringing, it might not be on purpose. They might ring something twice, or they might ring something up and it's not the sale price that you thought it was. Hey, I'm sorry, I wasn't peeking at the comments. I see it. Someone got promoted, literally went out and bought a brand new car and still in debt. Yep. Yes. That's a big one. I'm sorry, I wasn't looking at the comments, but that's a big one, and it holds people back for so long because we'll make more and spend more. But yeah, definitely make sure you're looking at your numbers, looking at, like I was saying, your grocery bill, your receipt. Take a look at it because you could be double charged for something. You could, be paying more than you are supposed to pay, not the list price that it was, or it could be something like maybe your coupon didn't come off. Now these stores want you to have an app. For every store needs an app, and you got to clip your coupons before you go to the store, this amount of minutes before you go to the register, or your coupon's not going to register, not going to come off. So they're making it harder for you to get your coupons. So, make sure you're getting your coupons. And don't be afraid to take some time to go and look at, the circulars and, cut some coupons out. Because let me tell you, in December, there was a discount on diapers. I saved like $40 on a couple of boxes of diapers. So take a look. Happens all the time. Yes, it does. We got to check on our stuff. And yes, it is terrible. The last thing I have on here is trying to do everything at once. So sometimes we might say, I am fed up, my finances, I am getting it right, I'm getting on track. And in our mind, we want to do the right thing. We're planning to do the right thing. We're ready, set, go. But we just take off like a ball of fire. So let's say, okay, so I'm going to increase my savings by $5,000. I'm going to get rid of all of my debt, and I'm getting ready to do this, I'm going to do that, and we're trying to do everything at once. But sometimes it's too hard to do everything at once. We might need to break it down and focus on this. Once I get this managed, this understood, this, where I wanted to go and have my system in place for this, now I can work on this. So you have to decide what's most important. Of course, we want to correct our overall finances, yes, but sometimes trying to do everything at once can make everything spiral out because we're focusing on this, we're focusing on this, and everything is going crazy. So I would say write down everything that you want to work on with your finances and put them in order of importance to you. Start with your first one. Listen, this is important to me. I've got to finally get my emergency savings account up and running and get it to the amount of $2,000, or whatever the amount you set. You could be focusing on building it up. Once you have that, now I want to build, my other savings account, which could be like a sinking fund, which is usually in a savings account you have for different things. So that could be, I have a sinking fund for car repairs, or I have a sinking fund for could be vacation. I'm saving in this account only for a vacation. But you decide what you're working on. Or you could say next, I want to work on paying off. I have 5 credit cards. I want to get one paid off. I'm focusing on that. And that's another thing we can spiral out thinking of that. We could say, I want to pay all my credit cards off, and we're just putting a little bit extra on all the cards. Well, we're working against ourselves when we have to have a system in place. We'll talk about that another day because that's not today's topic. But there's a system to paying down your debt, and doing it the right way will be faster, save you money, and that's what we want to do. So yes. So as we close, I do want to ask you now, if you don't want to share it in the comments, you can definitely just, think about it. But I just would ask you, like, which one of these has been holding you back? What is the thing that's, I'm going to get a fresh start with my finances, but is which one that we discussed today? Or maybe was it not one of the ones we discussed? Maybe it was something different. And then and you don't have to put it in the comments if, it's private. That's, finances is a big thing about, you don't want everyone to know. But that's another thing too, is a lot of times we think that only our finances are bad, or only my finances aren't where I want them to be. Many people's finances aren't where they want to be. So don't feel like you're alone. And speaking of that, while you might be writing in the comments, our financial community is going to be launching in a couple of months. We have plenty of time, but just to give, put it out there in the atmosphere for you. The wait list isn't open yet, but that'll be coming down the line. But just to something to think about, something that, you might be interested in. So, stay tuned for that. Let's see, did anybody put, nope, there's no comments on it. So, even if you didn't write it in the comments, I want you to just think about it. What could be holding me back? What was it that was holding me back? What was I doing that was holding myself back? And then I would also ask you to ask yourself, what would a fresh start look like for me? How would that benefit me? How would that change my life? How would it change my household? How would it change, my family? Just think about it. Think about it. Okay. So again, I don't want you to put that in the comments, but I want you to be thinking about that. It's a new year. We want to be thinking deeper about things and doing things with a purpose. So before we get out of here, if you feel like, today I need a little clarity with my finances, I invite you to download my free 5-minute financial health check. It is right on my website, enhancingyourfinances.com. As soon as you open the website up, the button's right there. Free download. And it's 3 pages, and it literally tells you, I give you a list of numbers to write down. I might say, enter this number, enter this number, enter this number. Page 2, I am telling you what to do with those numbers. I give you an equation. Page 3, I have your responses. Based on this number, you should be focusing on this. Based on this number, you should be focusing on that. So if that could benefit you, go to my website, enhancingyourfinances.com, download it, and get started. All right. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. We will be live again next week, Tuesday, same place, same time, here on YouTube, 6 p.m. Eastern. I appreciate you for tuning in for our Talk Tuesday segments, where it is my desire to help you enhance your finances by way of our discussions. All right. So have a great month. Well, not month, because I want to see you guys again before the month is out. But, have a great week. I want you to have a good month. Don't take it that way, but definitely I want to see you again before the month's out. But all right, so have a good night. Be safe. You are so welcome. And I hope this live helps you in some way and help you to just, think about your fresh start and understanding it doesn't have to be perfect. Happy New Year. All right. See ya.